on the internet, it's perfectly fine. Yeah, everybody's just a fucking liar. Oh, another fuck. Anyway, and so what? This is not draconian. This is not government control. I mean, all these people in this government conspiracy crap. They don't take any notice of the good government has done. The Hoover Dam scenario, or the public library example. The fact that you have navigatable roads and a lot of other things. It's just disgusting. We need to do some things in the public interest. It wasn't for that. The idea that government would stick its nose in now and then. Television wouldn't have been what it became either. I mean, it wouldn't have been saved. Whatever wasteland it didn't become because government forced it to do the 4-H shows in the morning and the public service stuff, and it put the non-littering commercials on TV. It did a lot of. It obliged the networks to behave and to do something in the public interest, not just be commercial money-grubbing bastards. And it also provided for equal time. I mean, back when I was a kid, it sort of made sense. I mean, you had people that could do editorials at the end of the news and voice their opinion. I mean, you had some sort of counterpoint. It just wasn't all whatever the media, whatever the corporation wanted to tell you. And we need more of that. We need more of that model. And even public television, they had it and they broke it, because they forced it to start paying its own bills, and that was a big mistake. But anyway, it's not creating alternatives, creating non-commercial alternatives are not an offense against anything. They're just a rational response to industries that end up monopolizing territory. And the internet is too vital a territory. It's just too important a mechanism for us not to have some sort of in the public interest element of it. We need a public library style search engine. It's just a vital part of the functionality of this thing called the internet. Without a fair and responsibly accurate map, there's just no point in having an internet, is there? I mean, if they can rig the map, what's the point in having the roads? Because it'll be all roads lead to Rome. All roads lead to Google's bank account, and that's the bullshit we have. Wow, way over time, so maybe I'll make it two-parter. So I might as well go a little further. So then we'll just go on to the YouTube thing. So in this environment now where Google owns YouTube. YouTube is basically now they're deciding that they're going to start deciding what's going to be accessible, not just by what they promote, but how they index. So they're taking categories like most popular, most viewed, highest rated, most commented, most responded, all those categories, and they're deciding that certain content, regardless of its status, can't be in that category. It will be algorithmically demoted, which means, it falls down a cliff. It does not get demoted. It disappears. Period. It will not be on the list. And that's just bullshit. I mean, that kind of influence and interference, it's just dishonesty, isn't it? I mean, it's just a grotesque dishonesty. And it's one that a public library couldn't get away with. They couldn't just put into the card catalog and say these are the books that are taken out the most, the most popular books, but we're going to lie to you and tell you that The Three Bears is more popular than Dawkins' atheism book or some other bullshit. It's bullshit, and that's the simple word for it. This is just bullshit. And because you fucktards have decided to turn government into the bogeyman, this we the people democratic government, the one we can take control of at any moment, because you've decided to stick your tongue out and make a face at it. We can't take any responsibility for our lives. We can't engineer anything. We can't constructively provide people with choices, and that's what this is about. It's about choices. It's about having a choice not to participate, not to swim in water that somebody else is shitting in. People really should have a right to pay a little bit extra to go to a swimming pool where people aren't allowed to piss and shit. That's what it comes down to, really. It's a good metaphor. If I want to swim in the in clean water, I should be allowed to make that fucking choice. So anyway, enough said. Thank you very much. The end.